Ilia Topuria, guys. Damn. That was heartbreaking, bro. I cried myself to sleep last night a little bit. But after digesting it, seeing the fight all over again, bro, how can you not? I mean, who beats this guy right now? Unless Islam Makhachev comes down, which I don't think that's gonna happen. Dana White said himself, I didn't like that Paddy went in there and did the face-off. But if that fight does happen, Scousers don't get knocked out.
Two people who genuinely dislike each other, because I hate him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to finish him fast. I'd want to finish him with a minute left in the fight after I've elbowed him 700 times. You know what I mean? I'd want to disfigure him. Sarukian, you can go and weigh in.
Buddy, when it comes to Ilia Topuria, I'm getting Shalev. I cannot bet against Ilia, guys. I mean, I had Volk, I was like, Volk can solve that puzzle. Volk, he's not getting past Volk. He's never been tested. He's never seen somebody that can do it all. Runs through Volk. And then Max Holloway, I was like, that fight is going to be in his favor. We'll see how he looks in the third and fourth round. Nope, didn't need it. And then with this one with Charles, I was like, we talked about it last week. I don't think, unless Charles goes for, happens to catch him in one of these, high risk, high reward submissions like he goes. That's why Charles is one of the most exciting fighters. That's why we love him, guys. That's why we love Charlie Olives. But even the first 10 seconds, guys, they exchange and, man, he just skims by him. I think they trade twos, and Charles is just barely offline, dude. And I'm like, I couldn't deal with the guys. It was just surreal. Every exchange, I was just clenching my butthole. I was like, there's no way, dude. And then he took a couple of good shots, and I was like, maybe the power doesn't translate at lightweight. Maybe these guys are bigger, they can take a better shot. And man, like I said, I bet it on Ilia. I'm sorry, Charlie Olives. We love Charles over here, but I just couldn't see it, guys. Maybe he hurts him with the leg kick. Like I said, the confidence is different. I feel like now he's 17-0, but when you're at the point where you haven't lost and you just keep back-to-back legends, I was like, this guy truly believes in himself. Obviously, Charlie Olives does as well. But when you haven't lost, when you haven't tasted that defeat, it's a different level. And I just did not see how Oliveira was going to get him, was going to get the victory. I knew we were going to need the judges. That didn't even matter. But man, I feel like I already knew the outcome going into it. But seeing it live, dude, man, I was, crying myself to sleep a little bit last night. But with that being said, hopefully, Charles Oliveira, he stood up. He was good to go afterwards. And hopefully, all is good, his good health. Take some time off. We'll see where we go from here for Charles Oliveira. But as far as Ilia, Dana White said it in the press conference, made a tweet about it, I don't know, that Paddy should not have been there. Yes, he had. Guys, who are we going to put him against? Justin, I don't know if we want, I don't want to see that, guys. I'm sorry, I know it'd be a banger fight, but either Arman Tsarukyan or Paddy Pimblett. And I feel like that Paddy, there's real beef there. I remember when a couple years back, the whole hand sanitizer incident, he threw it at Ilia Topuria, and I was like, man, this guy Ilia is good. I had seen him fight. He had one fight prior in the UFC. I was like, he's good, but he's not on the level of Paddy Pimblett. Dude, fucking Ilia's right here. Ilia's, I didn't see it, and I was like, he's good, but I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen the superstar, crazy power, all these qualities, and now Ilia's on a different level, dude. And Paddy's catching up, and I've been saying this for a long time that I feel like Paddy, even when he went up there, he looked fat. I'm sorry, but I feel like you can't be yo-yo dieting. Ilya is constantly getting better, in shape, always in the gym. I'm not saying Paddy's not in the gym, but there's a difference. You know, you can't get 200 pounds where Paddy's been at, super fat, and then, like I said, yo-yo dieting, killing yourself to get down to 155. Like I said, I'm not betting against Ilya no more. I think Paddy's got to choose his words carefully. Scavengers don't get knocked out. Buddy, I got this guy from Spain. You better watch out for. With that being said, I'm hoping that's what we got next. You know, typically when the backup fighter, Arman Tsarukyan, when there's a backup fighter, he's next in line. So it's looking like that's gonna be next in line. If you saw Arman Tsarukyan in the crowd, he was like, yo, I don't know if I want a part of this, but I'm gonna put my hands up, and I don't know. I mean, super good as well, high level. I think Tsarukyan has a better chance than Paddy, in my opinion. I feel like he's a little bit tighter on the feet, better in the wrestling, and he's a big guy. I mean, I think he's bigger than Ilya. Obviously, that didn't matter. Size doesn't matter. Skills pay the bills. Arman or Paddy, whoever's next, doesn't matter. I'm ready to see it, man. I want to see. I feel like we're really seeing some legendary run right here.
I'm gonna finish him in the first 2 or 3 minutes, because as I told you, as I mentioned, I'm not gonna need to close the distance with him. We're gonna find each other since the first second. So when that happens, I'm too much for my opponents. I'm too good for them.
I saw some whack ass tweet about Conor talking about, you won my old belts, brother. This is #1 bullshit. Guys, I made a video talking about prime for prime. Who would win, Conor or prime Ilya? Is Ilya in his prime right now, or does he keep getting better? This version of Ilya would starch Conor. I'm sorry. I know precision beats power, timing beats speed, all that good stuff, but Ilya can take a shot. We've seen Conor will in the past. If it was prime for prime, you know, ignoring the recency bias, fucking Ilya starches Conor. I'm sorry. But Conor is a good hammer, he's not a good nail. When he's getting beat on, I feel like the times he's been pushed past his limits, he's folded. Not taking anything away from his legendary status, not saying he's a chump, but I'm just saying when push comes to shove, he folds. So that's it for today, guys. That's all I got to yet.